Hello, I'm Julia Mead with exciting new Admiral Color TV. That's the one with the exclusive tilt-out control center. Every control is inside for stand-up tuning, and outside for extra convenience is Admiral Touch-O-Matic power tuning. One push-button bar turns Admiral Color TV on and off. The other bar changes channels. The big Admiral 25-inch rectangular tube has super bright rare earth phosphors, and it's shorter than old-fashioned tubes for the slimmest cabinets ever. The Admiral precision-crafted chassis features new advanced circuitry for extra color brightness. And here's beauty magic. The tilt-out control center tilts in. Now you see just the smart look of Admiral fine furniture cabinets. Choose the Admiral Color TV that suits your home best. Nobody builds quality color TV quite like Admiral.
This is a 1966 Admiral color television set, and we're doing a little experiment here. Both Chris and I are doing videos on this at the same time from different angles. We'll see how this comes out. We're going to look this over and check the CRT and fire it up, see where it's at. It's in kind of poor condition. It's a particle board cabinet that got wet, and the bottom is actually sitting on the top right now because it's decided to fall apart. I can glue it back together if it checks out. This is made by Admiral, 1966. All right, so we're going to show the controls. So go ahead and.
So you pull this out, and inside you've got your vertical, contrast, color, brightness, fine tuning, intent, your audio tone control, something called color fidelity, which is got the same color logo on it that the tent control has, and then your UHF and VHF channel tuning, turret tuner controls.
Yeah, this has red, blue, yellow. Their color thing is red, blue, yellow, not red, blue, green. Admiral largely did its own thing. It's not a rip-off of Zenith or RCA. We'll take a look at the inside next. You can really kind of hear that my passion for making these videos is largely kind of run out. Recently or lately, YouTube has kind of become the animal that bites your hand when you try and feed it. So yeah, anyway, this is the inside. And on this side it has two speakers, and then over here it has a 6x9. Look at that gigantic magnet. Like I said, Admiral did its own thing. It's not an RCA clone. They probably, of course, took some stuff from RCA, but it's a little bit different. Has a replacement tube in it, RCA Colorama. And I was looking at the schematic for this, and the schematic showed two horizontal output tubes pretty much in parallel, and you could see there's a socket there for two, but there's really only one, and I think it used originally two smaller tubes. Well, what's interesting, I don't see an extra plate cap. I'll have to take a look at that. All right, well, this is pretty sad. No, they're coming up a little bit.
I turned it on.
So Well, those are not, they're close to the top, but yeah, they're pretty close to the top, so it's getting tired. Probably retired it because it was on its second or third tube, and time to get something. Boy, there we go. Get up around 8 volts.
So we're going to bring power this thing up now.
Yeah, I don't care if it expires. 173 watts, 169, 171, 75, 77, 87, 93, 202. Ah, here's something from the speakers. All 3 of them.
Now we're starting to get an image.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh,
We have an arc.
yeah, something popped here.
Okay, the screen came up.
Boy, is that
blurry.
dim. That is dim. I can't even see that. I could see it on the camera. Oh, nice.
We lost the circuit breaker, didn't
Something caught fire over here.
we? High voltage.
It's supposed to have dual horizontal output tubes.
Oh, and so it only
Okay, there
has
I
one.
reset the breaker. Alright, it's 206 watts with the circuit breaker out, and if I depress it, it goes down to 115 watts. So the circuit breaker is not what went open. This arced right here, and this is a ground strap that I believe goes from the can there around the CRT to the chassis, and I don't know why it's not. It's like someone worked on it. When they put it back, they didn't connect that, and I could swear that's where it arced. Or maybe it arced underneath the damper. I don't know. I couldn't really see it where it was. I went and looked back at the video, and the fire clearly came from under the damper there. It's starting to get dark out here, so the focus time on the camera is gonna suck, but we'll pull the chassis out and take a look and see what burnt. It might be interesting to see what's actually going on. Obviously this thing got wet. That's why this mold, you can see the water line there. It was sitting on its side and the bottom fell off. So I don't care about this thing. I could really just take a pickaxe and take care of this like I did those computers and be very happy right now. Strap right here with the hole in it. Like I said, that was supposed to go under here, which was this screw I just took out.
One CRT with this chassis, so.
Okay, there's an inductor there. See that little square thing? Right up against the chassis. Can you reach in and move that? It's got blue and green dots on it.
This?
Yes. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Move that up.
Completely blown out.
Move that up, and the lead is melted right off of it. And it looks like it arced to that pin on the tube, and it cut it in half like an arc welder. It doesn't look like it actually burnt. Like it's not, because that's a little tiny thin coil in that thing right there, that little inductor. That's a coil. So that would have smoked. It arced and it melted the wire like an arc welder. You can see it. Nice little bead right there. And what it did is it jumped to that tube pin, and that tube pin is ground. It's tied to the chassis right here. So let's try and fix this. Okay, I fixed it. And again, it does not appear to me that it burned from an overcurrent situation. It appears that it arced. Like maybe that thing got bumped or moved and the lead dress was incorrect and it was too close to that ground, that black wire going from the chassis to the pin on the tube socket, and it arced there. So hopefully my solder's stuck. I used flux, but that wire was pretty burnt, and I have no idea if it's gonna work now. We don't know. I like some of these capacitors in here that, yeah, they should be changed. These short-o-matic tubular ceramics that are actually still branded Admiral.
Made in USA.
Yes, made in USA. Power's on, where we're overlaying each other in these videos. Oh, we have audio now. 254, 263, 260.
Okay, we've got an image.
I hear the high pitch.
We've got a pretty bright picture. Security's down.
Oh wow, look at that. Well, it just did it again. It just arced out and smoked. Maybe it blew, did it blow? Let's see, what's our wattage? 116, so it blew the breaker. Let's see. I'd come over here with your camera on this side. Okay, crap, I can't do this with one hand, but
I can hold it for you.
has it got an image?
Yep, we got that pink raster. There's an arc inside there.
I have a feeling the high voltage regulation is not working and it's just run away. This does not use a shunt tube. This uses some other type of feedback regulation. I was looking at the schematic. See, now I don't want to do it because the camera's on it. And I've had these Colorama CRTs test dead and produce a good picture before. I've covered that in other videos, so I don't know where that comes from. But I sure would like to see it burn some more.
It looks out of focus. You know, maybe something going on with
Well,
the
if the high voltage has run away, that could happen. Okay, we're doing a Gibraltar color flywheel RPM test here.
That's about right, huh?
This is a little low, so that's a little high. I would say that's close to 27.
Okay.
This meter is a little bit off. It's probably 10% or 15% off. So that's pretty high for a 25XP22. Let's see if we turn these down. Take the load off of it. Let's turn it up. When I turn it up, it goes down to 18 kilovolts. That's definitely not the sign of a weak CRT, but what's weird is the red The red loads it down, but the rest don't. What's the color up front? Pull the thing forward, the tuner assembly. Like open it. I don't like this. This is a bad design. Go ahead, close it. Yeah, this is a crappy design. All the wires and everything flex. You do that 10,000 times, stuff's going to start breaking. And kids slamming it, it's not good. It's not a good design. Wow, look at that, it's up to almost 30 now.
Wow.
So I said it's got to be run away, that's why it's arcing out. And this is a really sloppy, crappy video, and it's getting dark out here, and I don't like doing videos with a flashlight.
Analog signal in the area, channel 6, but we're not getting much audio.
No audio, just a lot of crackling, and yeah, this is channel 6 low power, and I just got a clip lead on the antenna, so that's pretty impressive. Play with the brightness. Where do I have the brightness set? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that CRT. I don't know why it tested dead. Like I say, I've tested these what do you call them? These Colorama CRTs, and they've checked dead before, but they produce a picture. I don't get that. I don't understand that. But if you watch my other videos, it's true.
It also doesn't, it may be the weak signal, but it doesn't look to me like it's decoding color yet.
No audio. No audio and no color. And turn the brightness up and down. It's weird how it changes color temperatures with brightness. That's, yeah, that could be a CRT problem.
The drive? Isn't that just
it could be.
The setup?
Could be a cathode saturation problem. No audio. There's a lot to diagnose and repair here, isn't there? Boy, we're cooking right along there, up over 30 kilovolts on the CRT. No wonder why it's good and bright. And it just keeps creeping up. No wonder why it caught fire underneath. We got a high voltage adjustment here, and it's working. So we'll bring it down to a little over 20. Like I said, this meter's does it make a difference in those lines? What's the difference there? That's wide open.
Not much.
Okay. That's about 24.
Okay.
Did it make any difference in the picture?
It's blurrier.
Blurrier.
Yeah, can you hit the...
Alright, just to summarize, we had runaway high voltage, some arcing, no sound, no color. Well, we don't have a good enough signal. We have a kind of a weak, very blurry picture. CRT test weak, but it's kind of bright to be so weak. But maybe the symptom is it's blurry when these get weak. I don't know. Cabinet's in really bad shape. Got wet. It might be fun to diagnose the color. It might be fun to diagnose the sound issue. Those can be rather complicated and interesting to diagnose, and we got good equipment to do that. So I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to go with this. I don't know. Not a pristine specimen, more like garbage.